Welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a long-awaited video with the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable collection. I have all of the shades of the blushes, liquid eyeshadows, and lip glosses, and I'm going to show you guys some arm swatches, and I'm going to show you guys some monochromatic looks like this one right here. This one is the berry little monochromatic look. So this video is super long, so I'm just gonna get right on into it. There are pretty much the same shades in the blushes, liquid eyeshadows, and lip glosses, and when you put them all together, they're supposed to make this nice pretty look. So I'm gonna show you guys all of the swatches of the blushes first. So there's nearly neutral, nearly apricot, nearly rose, nearly mauve, and nearly berry. It took me a second. But those are all of the swatches. Now these are the blushes. They are super cute, super tiny, and they are little, they're like magnetized right there, and they are super cute, the little packaging. But I had some questions of like the difference between these and the liquid blushes. The liquid blushes are way more pigmented, and these have a lot more of like a softer, natural, dewy look to them. Like I have the berry one on right now, and I feel like the lightest shade of my liquid blush is way more pigmented than this. So there is Bliss, and I should have shaken it up, but you can kind of get a better idea of the difference. This one has more pigment, has more of that like liquid to powder finish, versus these are very creamy and dewy. Now let's go on to the lip glosses. The lip glosses correspond with the blushes, so same shades of the nude, mauve, rose, berry, apricot, all of that stuff. And the last thing that I think is the star of the show is the liquid eyeshadows. These are bomb. There's some shades that look a little similar on my eyes that you'll see later on. The nearly apricot and the nearly rose are super close to each other on the eyes. It's really hard to kind of take apart the difference. They are pretty much the same depth. One is a little bit more pink and one is a little bit more of like a peachy color. And then the neutral and the mauve are really similar to each other, but just like a slight tone difference. I'm hoping you guys can see. Maybe you guys saw in the swatches, but if you are trying to decide between those two, one is more pink and one is pretty much more brownie, that you'll see later on once I try these all on. And I'll have timestamps in the video, so you guys don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to. If you want to skip around and see what everything looks like, timestamps will be in the description box. But yeah, let's get on to trying out the first one, nearly neutral. All right, we're gonna be trying out the nearly neutral first. So we have lip gloss, blush, and the liquid eyeshadow. I think I'm gonna try out the blush first because I have seen some mixed reviews about it. So, she's so cute. It's so tiny. Oh my gosh, but nearly neutral. And I'm gonna try it out with a brush first because I do like applying my cream products with this Fenty 125 face brush. These feel really creamy with your finger, so it might work better with your finger. We'll see. I did put a little bit of powder on over my foundation, which is the Rare Beauty foundation, but everything seems to be going on pretty good. Doesn't seem to be breaking up my foundation at all. It looks more pink on my face than I was thinking. So 80s blush style today. I all right. She's looking cute. So we got the blush on. Now I'm gonna try out putting the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow primer on. I don't have anything on my eyes right now, but I did want to try out one side with a little bit of eyeshadow primer on. They seem to stay really good on my arm, but I don't know how it's gonna last on my eyes. I do have rather oily eyelids, and I definitely need an eyeshadow primer. Otherwise, my eyes will crease and get pretty oily, so we'll see. I love the Fenty one. It gets like a little bit of like a blurriness to it. I did not pick up the eyeshadow brush. Didn't really seem like I needed it. Let's try this out. Nearly neutral. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my eyes. I think that's good. I don't want to put too much. Then I'm just gonna use this random brush and try and blend this out. That blended out a lot easier than I thought it would. And I'm just gonna put a little bit under my lash line and just smudge it out. I love the color story because I feel like if you're going for like a quick monochromatic look, these products are like super easy, where you just kind of throw on some foundation and blend on some blush, slap on a little eyeshadow, and run out the door. I am so impressed right now. These are pretty foolproof. Like, I feel like I'm not really being that careful, and it blends out really easily. We'll see. The Fenty side does look smoother on my eyes. I'm just gonna zoom you guys in, but the side, ignore my under eyes. I used the wrong under eye cream. Forgot to wash my face before I started this video, but yeah, the concealer and my under eye cream don't get along. But my eyelid looks a lot smoother on the Fenty primer side than it does on this side. The blush laid on really well. Again, ignore my under eyes because I know they look creepy. I know they look gross. Now let's try out the Nearly Neutral lip gloss. Love the pigmentation of this lip gloss. It doesn't feel sticky, but it does feel like secure on my lips. It's not super slimy, but it's not sticky, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna put on some eyeliner and mascara, and I'll show you guys the finished little monochromatic look. And this is what Nearly Neutral looks like. I really like this. I've been into like 10-minute easy quick makeup lately, and like the no makeup, the skincare infused makeup, dewy makeup, and I feel like this really hits the mark with me of what I've been enjoying with doing with my makeup. Like, I got a little bit of a dewy blush, really quick eyeshadow. I feel like the color really brings out my green eyes, easy, my lips but better, kind of a lip gloss, and you're not gonna, you know, it's not gonna get everywhere on your face mask and everything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Now let's get on to Nearly Apricot. All right, now it's time to test out the apricot little set. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take the blush first, and I'm gonna use my same Fenty brush because that seemed to work pretty well. I'm really excited about this one because, you know, apricot, I lean a little bit towards the orangey side with things. So, and today I used a different powder. Today I used my Fenty setting powder that's a little bit more matte. Wanted to test out. This still applies really well on the skin. I haven't tried it with my fingers yet, but I don't really apply cream or liquid blush with my fingers. So unless I was wearing like very minimal makeup, then I feel like I would probably use my fingers just to add like a little bit. But realistically, on an everyday basis, I'm using a brush. But yeah, I think this is pretty cute. I like this. For yesterday's test, I did like the Fenty Beauty primer side for the eyeshadow, and it is a rainy day, so I'm just gonna be a little bit more safe with today's test. But both sides lasted pretty well yesterday. No creasing or anything, so let's plop on this Fenty primer. Never thought I would get so much use out of a clear primer, because if you guys can't notice, I have a lot of darkness, redness, veins on my eyelids, and clear eye primer just doesn't work for me. Nearly apricot. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did yesterday and just kind of slap it over my eye. And I'm gonna take the same little brush. Okay. I feel like this one's a little bit more on the sheer side, or maybe I'm just going crazy. Maybe I just need to build it up. Okay, I added a little bit more product on this eye, and I really like how this looks. I love all the colors of these. I feel like they're very, like spring neutral, like, you know, rose, apricot, mauve, but yet I feel like anyone could use them. Like, these liquid eyeshadows I feel like would work great as like primers under different eyeshadows to help like bring out some colors in your eyeshadows. Let me know if you guys would like a tutorial like that. Or you know what, I could put on a little bit of eyeshadow. I have like 20 minutes to get ready, and definitely this is my new jam. It's like monochromatic, no makeup kind of a thing. I like the apricot one. I'm liking the apricot one. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of shimmer. This is the Kaleidos Escape Pod, and I'm gonna take the shade Starlight Sonata. Don't really know how to say that word, but I'm just gonna put this in my inner corner. Ooh, look at how it like kind of pulls out the pinky tones in that shimmer. Oh, but yeah, let me know if you guys would like a makeup tutorial where I use these as kind of like a base, because I'd be very interested to see how that goes. All right, the last step is the apricot lip gloss. Ooh. I actually might like this one better than the last one, color-wise. Also, I was trying to think of the consistency of these lip glosses, because they're definitely not like the glossy balm. They're almost like latexy, like they go on really balm-like, but they're not sticky, but they're not very glossy, balm juicy gloss. Like the best way I can explain it is like latex. They feel really similar to the Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. Like right when you put them on, they have that like tint of color, but then they have like a, I don't know, Vaseline kind of a feeling. I don't know, but I'm gonna finish my mascara and everything, and I'll show you guys the finished look and zoom you guys all in. All right, and this is the finished little look. I'm gonna zoom you guys in to show you the eyeshadow is looking smooth. The blush is dewy and very natural looking. Same with the lip gloss. Everything is monochromatic. I feel very springy and fresh, even though it is a rainy day today. Also, I would love to know which little monochromatic look is your favorite. The rose, mauve, berry, apricot, nude. Let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna go about my day. All right, it is currently 11 o'clock at night. I was about to take my makeup off. My makeup does not look good right now, but I can show you guys that the blush held on, the lip gloss did not, and the eyeshadow did last all day underneath and on my eyes without creasing, And it might have faded a little bit, but I mean, I am impressed. I also have a special guest here. Let me move out the way. Come here, Cash. Oh, can you say hello to the viewers? Say, I'm a pretty chocolate boy. Can you say hello? Oh, no? All right, he just wants to sit down, but hello to Cash. All right, now it's time to try out the Rose monochromatic look. This is super pink. I am not really a pink person, but judging by how all the other blushes have gone, they're a little bit more sheer, and I'm just never a big fan of pink blush. But we'll just put a little bit on today. I've been doing this throughout like different days of wearing these like monochromatic looks, and it's been really fun and really easy, you know, have a plan and just kind of slap on a look. All right, now for the Rose liquid eyeshadow. This one's a lot more muted than the blush and the lip gloss. And I'm just gonna apply it the way I forgot to prime my eyes. I really like how these eyeshadows have been performing with the Fenty primer underneath it. I'm sure you could use like the Urban Decay primer, Smashbox, but this is the only clear primer that I have in my arsenal, so this is the one I will be using. And I love how it like subtly blurs my eyes to where it doesn't look so veiny and dark. Definitely on the pink side for this one. Pretty similar to apricot, but I wouldn't really call this rose. It's a little bit more like a muted rose. All of the eyeshadows are a bit more muted, and just gonna use the same eyeshadow brush. These are so easy to blend out. Like if you're someone that has like a job where you're gonna have to wear your makeup for a really long time, and you preferably need like professional kind of makeup, like subtle, like nursing or something, I feel like you would really enjoy these, because you know, just kind of slap it on, blend it, and through the days that I've been wearing this, these have stayed on so nicely, like even nicer than just regular eyeshadow, like powder eyeshadow. I feel like still fades, and these have been just powering through the day. All right, this is actually pretty cute. I would love to use this as like an eyeshadow base with the Natasha Denona palette, or what is it, the Love palette, or even the New Nudes palette. I feel like this would really help bring out all of those like pinky shades in there. Okay, definitely in love with this liquid eyeshadow. Now let's try out this Rose lip balm. Okay, it definitely ties in with the blush and the liquid eyeshadow a lot more once you put it on your lips. All right, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera, but I'm gonna show you guys a little up close of what everything looks like. The blush, the lip gloss, eyeshadow. So freaking quick and easy, just so far my favorite has definitely been the nearly neutral one. Shade wise, I feel like that's something that I would definitely realistically gravitate towards on an everyday basis to just like slap on, but you know, it is Valentine's Day season, so. All right, and this is the finished look with the Rose monochromatic look. I actually am getting used to the blush now that it's kind of like sitting in and soaking in to my face, and I did add a little bit in my eyes. I used the Fenty Fly Pencil in Cute Ting on my waterline, and then I took the Fenty Beauty liquid eyeliner in hottie alert, and I just did a little flick with my eyeliner, and I think it looks really cute, very Valentine's Day-y. I feel like the other shades, the next two shades, are gonna be kind of Valentine's Day-esque as well. We have mauve and berry, and this is rose, so I'm excited to try out the other one. So let's get on to it. All right, now we are moving on to the Nearly Mauve, and I am super excited about this one. I think the mauve and the Nearly Neutral ones are gonna be my favorite, or the ones I gravitate towards the most. But let's put on this mauve blush on. Ooh, a nice mauvey blush. Ooh. Don't want to go too crazy. I'm getting too excited about the mauve. It's not as mauvey as I kind of anticipated it to be on my skin tone, but I still like it. It has like more of that like flush to your face rather than being like too pinky, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like that last one was a little bit too pink, but throughout the day it kind of faded and I liked it a lot better. I'm gonna prime my eyes. These Rare Beauty liquid eyeshadows are really quickly becoming my new obsession because they're just so freaking easy and they literally last for hours. I have yet to try these liquid eyeshadows with regular eyeshadow other than like a shimmer on top of them, but I am anticipating doing that. All right, and my other brush is pretty dirty. Haven't cleaned it yet, but this one is Sonia Kashuk, which is pretty much the same size brush as the other one that I had, that I was using. This one looks so pretty. Ooh, I wouldn't really call this color mauve though. I don't know what I would call it. What is the more proper name of this? Maybe like a rosewood kind of a color? I don't know. I don't know if I would call this mauve though. It's a little bit deeper than mauve, but it is really dang pretty. Oh, okay. Once you blend it out, it looks a little bit more of the mauvey tones. Yeah, I really like this one. It looks really cool with my green eyes. I'm gonna layer this one up a little bit more. This is so easy. Rare Beauty decided to come out with like a ton of shades of these. I would buy all of them because I need them all in my life. This formula, they really nailed on the head. Like, it's so blendable, easy to build up, and it stays all day without creasing. All right, now let's try the Nearly Mauve lip gloss. This one has a little bit, I don't know, I can't tell. Like, all of these products, like in the packaging, I feel like is a little bit different, but once it like goes over your skin tone, it shows up like more, not really true to color. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. Like these two are pretty much different colors. This one's more purpley. This one I feel like is a little bit more like neutral, but on your eyes and face and whatnot, it looks like they all are like cohesive with each other. But I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll show you guys the finished look. All right, so this lip gloss and liquid eyeshadow combo, definitely my favorite. Now that the blush is kind of like sit and like settled in, I probably wouldn't wear this blush by itself. Same with the last one, and I definitely use it with more bronzer or highlighter. But again, I'm not really a blush person, so that's probably it. But this I would not call mauve. I know it's way more of like a muted rosy brown. Like, I feel like there's some brown in there, just something a little deeper than mauve. And I feel like mauve has a little bit more purple in it, and I feel like the lip gloss shows off the like purpley mauve a lot better than the blush and the liquid eyeshadow go, because I feel like the blush is definitely more of like the same color as the eyeshadow, of the kind of like rosy brown. Definitely this one and the Nearly Neutral are probably my favorite. I love how this one brings out my green eyes. I feel like my eyes are just like crazy right now, like they're just popping. And I put a little bit of a plum eyeliner in my waterline, but oh, I love this. But we have one more to go, and then we are done trying this all on my face. All right, we are down to our last little monochromatic look. This is Nearly Berry. This one looks super dark, so I'm gonna be pretty careful as I drop my brush. Teensy little bit. I'm so afraid this one's gonna come off like super pink, but it does have like a pinky berry look to it. I feel like this one and the rose look really similar if you have fair skin, because I did use a really light amount of rose, and I feel like there is only a little bit of difference in color that you couldn't really notice unless you had them like side by side. All right, now let's do this liquid eyeshadow. I'm really excited about this one. I love purple. Oh, I'm so nervous to mess this up. It is so dark. All right, let's blend this out. Oh, all of these do get a little bit lighter and a little bit more muted as you blend them. So just a reminder. All right, and this is the finished berry monochromatic look. I hope you guys had fun with me trying these all out. It did take me a few days to film this whole video, and I know this video is really long, so I'm just gonna wrap it all up. I think you guys have heard my opinions on everything. So if you guys want to watch another video of mine, I did compare the Fenty and Tom Ford cream bronzers in this video over here, and this video will be suggested to you by YouTube, and my face will be right here. Click on it and subscribe to my channel.